And the beautiful people. Oh, what a wonderful show I have for you today. We're going to meet an amazing singer, songwriter, artist called Lorenza Wildcard in just a few minutes. However, I want to show you one of her videos that you'll find on her YouTube channel. It's called Rise and Ride. This is Lorenza Wildcard.
In you, stand up right now, go catch a wave, take your chance, be brave, show them you ain't afraid. Yeah, I know, unstoppable you are. Yeah, you, I know, untouchable you are. Yeah, rise up. What you came for right now. It's time you believe it. Rebel sister, bro, stand tall and proud. Trust you got it in your reach, you can go far. Don't give up now. This ain't over yet. Not until you reach your final resting place. Yeah, I know, unstoppable you are. Yeah, you, I know, untouchable you are. Yeah, rise up. This is what you came for. Right now, it's time you believe it. Get ready to tick-tock, it's time. Take a deep breath, watch it coming closer to you. Self-pity won't serve you well. Don't you know it's time today to be yourself? Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Yeah, I know, unstoppable you are. Yeah, you, I know, untouchable you are. Yeah, rise up. This is what you came for. Right now, it's time you believe it.
Amazing. Now I know you're desperate to go meet that girl, but you're going to have to wait a couple of minutes longer because we're going to go for a quick Jaden Show commercial break. Ready? Are you ready? Are you really ready to meet this week's incredible special Jaden Show guest? Let's do it. Let's go and meet. Please welcome to the show the amazing Lorenza Wildcard. Oh my God, Lorenza Wildcard, how are you? Welcome to the Jaden Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a bloody pleasure. Now, I know you're based in the UK, but that accent doesn't say Hounslow or Hammersmith. Where are you from originally?
It's London. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
In it.
Shoreditch.
No, I'm originally from Italy. I was born, I grew up in Italy, and then I left. I spent most of my life in London, but I also lived in New Zealand and in Spain for a while. I traveled a lot.
Wow,
yes, so the accent is mostly Italian and a bit of English and a bit of, I don't know.
Britallian, we'll say that.
Okay.
It's a bit Britallian, I love that. So you've done a bit of travelling. Why did you end up in the UK, just out of curiosity?
Oh, well, originally I thought I was gonna go to the States, but then I stopped in the UK, and then my life kind of settled in London. I studied at the university in London, and then I ended up working for MTV. And then from there, I ended up traveling a bit, and so on. That's just life.
That's just how things turned out.
I love Italy, but I also love I love living in the UK, and I've also really enjoyed living in other places as well. I feel like I don't have like a specific home, but at the same time, I find that I can settle pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that actually. I can feel that. So, how old was you? Just remind me again. When you left Italy to come to London, how old were you?
Oh goodness. I think I was 19, I think.
Oh, so basically, a lot of your kind of, because I want to take you way back to wee mini Wildcard, right? I want to take you back to when you're younger, and I want to talk, because we've just watched Rise and Ride, okay? Yeah. So we're kind of seeing how, and you explained to me that this was kind of your introduction to finding who you are as an artist. So yeah. I want to take you back to way before. So you're in Italy, you're hanging around in the family home, wherever you were brought up. What was going on around you musically that started that kind of, that evolving of Lorenza Wildcard? What happened?
Because I never planned this. I honestly never planned this.
Well, that's just rude.
I never in my wildest dreams ever thought that I was going to become a singer-songwriter. Never. I never sung in front of people. I would have never done a karaoke. Honestly, like even like doing presentations, things like that. That would have not been me. I would have rather like injured myself, like broken a leg, rather than do that.
Me too.
Never. But then I was going through a really difficult time, and this was just during lockdown. And basically, years and years ago, I bought a guitar. I never really learned how to play guitar, but I play by placing the fingertips along the neck of the guitar, and wherever I like the sound of it, I just give it a name to that chord, and I just get along with it. So I was going through a really difficult time, and I decided to put on paper what I was going through, like a way of processing my feelings at the time. And then I wrote this song, and I had the melody, and I worked it out with my guitar, like I said, in a very experimental way. And then I recorded it on my phone, and I just shared it with 4 friends. And I specifically chose not to share with friends that worked in the media industry, because I thought they would think I'm crazy and like pretentious and all of that. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna send it to 4 friends. And then 24 hours later, I was approached by a music producer, and weeks later, I found myself on a plane with my guitar, going into a recording studio, and then I came back with a single, and I didn't really know what to do, because I never really planned on doing anything with music. Like, I think I always gravitated towards that niche, like I loved my time at MTV. I loved hanging out with celebs and musicians and all that, but I never had the guts to claim my place, I think.
Right.
So I came back with a single, and my friends were like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I don't know. What should I do?" And then it was something ridiculous, like my neighbor said, "Oh, should I talk about it in the Street Gazette?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It's like 20 houses. I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And then from there, got picked up by the local radio station, and then he ended up like #1 in the charts at Cambridge radio station. And then about like months later, I was picked up by a radio station in Texas, and they asked me for an interview, and it kind of spiraled out. And so my friends were like, "What are you going to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then I decided that I was enjoying it. I feel like at that time, I probably felt like, okay, I can write songs. Actually, I'm good at it. It's something that I enjoy doing. So I decided to explore the whole thing, and I just went out and pull guns out. And then I started to get approached by other musicians, and the first one was my guitarist, who was like, "Oh, if you ever need a guitarist in studio, I'll be happy to come along with you." And I was like, "Well, actually, I would like to see what it's like for me to perform, because I never really performed and I didn't know if I was cut for that." So I said, "Well, why don't we just go along to an open mic and just see how it goes?" Like for me, it was like trying to figure out, can I do this? I mean, I want to write songs and I want to be the one who sings them. I don't want to sell them, but can I actually perform, and can I do this? And so we went out and we started to do, like, we did a couple of open mics, and I realized that I really, really enjoyed it. And then started to get approached by other musicians. And so in a very short time, I found myself with a band. So we're not band. I'm a solo artist. I write the lyrics, I write the melodies, but then they help.
They do their thing
live. Yeah.
They bring it to life and back you up.
Yeah.
So who, when you were younger, who were you listening to? I mean, like you probably didn't go to 19 without listening and dancing around in your living room. I mean, was you doing like Andrea Bocelli, or was you doing Brittany, or was you doing like Smashing Pumpkins? Like, what was happening for you? Kind of, what stuff was you into, or vibe?
I've always been into a lot of music, but without labeling it. I hate labeling things. People always love to ask me, "Oh, who have you been influenced by, and how would you, what do you think is your music genre?" And to me, that is such a question that is so, like, it labels you down, and
it's just so confining. Absolutely.
But to me, like, I listen to all types of music. I have loved listening to music that wasn't even to my time. Like, I've loved listening to Rolling Stone, for instance. I love Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Smashing Pumpkins. But at the same time, if you ask me, do I listen to Taylor Swift? Yeah, I do listen to Taylor Swift. I'm honestly, I don't like to say just one or the other, because I would say that I listen to a lot of music. The only music genre that doesn't kind of vibe with me is jazz. I'm sorry for all the jazzy people out there.
But you know what? I've got to be like, I'm exact same as you. Like, I'm in my 50s, right? So right. I've got all the music from the 70s that I was. So I've got everything from kind of like ABBA to Dua Lipa. Right, but then I remember tunes that my mum and dad used to play from the 40s, and then I remember songs that my nan used to sing from the 30s. So I've got pretty much 70 years worth of music. So I will go from like an old time war singer called Vera Lynn to Dua Lipa on the same soundtrack. But it's quite interesting. I think
that is the beauty of music.
Music is music. What we're doing, and I think we're seeing it more these days, is we pigeonhole and we subsect every single thing we put. So even now with pronouns and stuff, it's like, and we're just humans living this experience with all the energies that are going around. So music is music. Like I said, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, but I'll probably sing along if if the Romeo and trying to be alone, I'll probably, in fact, I sing that in some of my sets. But but I'll also sing Tina Turner and I'll sing Coldplay. It's just I like things that vibe with me. You hit it. But I think back in the day, you weren't allowed to vibe with anything.
No, but give me Guns N' Roses. Fine, but do you want me to sing along to Bon Jovi? Yeah, I'll do that too. I mean, like, honestly, I don't care. If it's good, it's good. Listen, if it gives me certain, like, emotions, if it's catchy, and sometimes it may be like, there's been songs that I've loved in a particular time in my life, and then I listen to them again, and I'm like, nah.
What's that about? Yeah.
I don't like them anymore. But it doesn't matter. Music to me is something that makes you dream, that makes you expand your emotions. Absolutely. Even. So I don't know. I don't wake up every day thinking I want to eat the same thing. And the same is with music. I think it has to evolve. It has to change. Your music taste changes.
I hated jazz.
Minded.
I didn't like jazz until until I moved to this part of Mexico, and I was singing. Yeah. I sing it and someone says, "Oh, do you know Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra?" I was like, I kind of know it, but I don't know if I could sing it. And I sung it, and now I've actually got a collection probably of about 15 jazz songs. And I love the melodies. I love everything I say. It's not my favorite genre, but what I love about it is that I'll be in the middle of some arse town of Mexico where they don't speak English, but you see them singing along and vibing to Fly Me to the Moon or New York, New York. And I'm like, it's touching people. I love that about this music now. So I might not listen to it, but I sing a lot of it now because of how it moves people, how it gets people, So I think
it may be that in the near future I'll end up doing the same. Who knows?
I think 30 years time, you and me, we're doing a jazz duet.
Awesome.
Booked you, all right? I'll be, oh my God, I'll be 80 by then. Maybe not. I probably won't even be alive in 30 years. We might have to make it 15 or 20. What? So, yeah, there's 15 or 20 years. We'll see. We'll touch base and see if you've grown into the whole jazz bit.
Okay, we could definitely do that.
So we've talked about a little bit about your past, the kind of, you just were into music full stop and the things that vibed you. We've talked a little bit about like what you've been doing recently, how this amazing turn of events have come, and now you've kind of almost gone from zero to hero musically in like 5 minutes. I couldn't even get on a bus until I was 20 because I was too shy of walking on in front of people. It made me feel ill. So I was like the shyest thing. So for me, I've sung in front of like 300 million people worldwide now. So for me, the thought, if you'd said to me, I would be saying, I remember working in the bank, and my fear of doing a role play was so great that I would dig my nails into just to have blood. I said, I'm bleeding, I have to go to the toilet. So I didn't have to go and do a role play. Like, so I get like, it was probably the last thing you ever felt like doing. And then I think sometimes it's going to get you whether you like it or not, mate.
I think that it's something that you have in you.
Absolutely.
And at the right time it comes out. Like I said, I think that I always wanted this or something like this, but I didn't have the guts to claim it.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's different for everybody, but for me, it was the moment where when I lost everything, I went through a really difficult time. I lost everything. Everything fell apart. It literally was like to the point where you think, I mean, honestly, what next? And it was in that moment that for me, it was like, I may as well give it a go, because I wasn't afraid of making mistakes. I wasn't afraid of becoming a joke.
Because you were broken already.
And it was like, fuck this then. Absolutely. Then I'm going to do it my way. And then I'm going to see if it works. And if it doesn't work out, and if I fall on my ass, well, then be it. And I actually...
on my ass, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And if I fall, I'll pick myself up. And I'll do it again if I love it. So, you know what? And it's kind of liberating. But for me, it was just in that time when I lost everything that I felt like, in a way, I was liberated by all the weight and all the things that I was worried about. And kind of let me, well, basically, it set me free in a way.
I think, I've discovered as well, after I've been singing for 34 years now, and it was the furthest thing. Like, it would never have been my choice of career. Just not even the fact that I was shy, but the fact that people judge you, and I was the most insecure person. So the last thing I would want is to be judged, right? So it was like, it would never have been. But I think you're born with that part of your spirit is creativity, right? Whether you're just all of a sudden, like, my dad couldn't read or write, he was dyslexic, but he could pick up any instrument and play it, and he could build a house from the foundations with all the plumbing without reading or knowing anything, because he was desperately talented in that way. And I think sometimes we clog ourselves up, like we get all this like lime scale on an old tap, right? And it stops the water from running. And sometimes when all that lime scale breaks off, that's when you're left with your basics, and your basic is a creative spirit, and that's when you're allowed yourself to do it. I think that's amazing. And obviously it's bloody working, mate.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm just doing what I love. I try not to get too worked up about, like, have I done enough achievements musically talking for this year? Am I doing this like everybody else does it? I just do what I love, and I try not to think about what everybody else is doing. Obviously, sometimes it happens that you look around and you're like, damn it, they're doing better than me or not. But I try not to get caught up in all of that. If I end up in a competition and I win or I don't win, I try not to get myself caught up in all of that.
Yeah, you
because
just do it.
For me, art as well, for as much as I love the competitions and the awards that I won and everything, and I mean, I'm really grateful for all of that. At the same time, I think that it's difficult to, how can you put like a judgment on something that is art? You can't.
Exactly.
How can you say this is better than that?
Yeah.
Because it's art, and it's based on the people that effectively are judging it. But does it make it better or worse because more people like it? It may be just it's more mainstream at that particular time. So I try not to get caught up in that. For me as well, when it comes down to music, if you listen to my music, you'll find that it can vary. And I have been told over and over, you need to be a little bit more like either one genre or the other. And I struggle with that. I'm like, no, this is how I am, who I am, how I do it. And I don't want to change it. And if I don't get booked at a venue because, we're only playing rock music, but you're not just rock, you also do a bit of punk or you do pop. It's like, this is who I am. If you want to book me, fine. If not, that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I try not to get caught up into that.
I think it's amazing that you've learned that already. It took me years. And I think that is now, like, that is the most, to be authentic is the rarest thing on the bloody planet, mate. Like, to be your authentic self is the thing that is just, it's quite sad that being authentic is the thing that makes you that different.
I think, in my opinion, I think you have to almost like, you have to be brave to just go along with that and believe in it and block out all the noise and the fear of the judgment and what everybody will think, because otherwise you're paralyzed. Like, since I've done this, so I worked with I worked with 2 producers, but I've actually, 3 producers, but I've actually spoken to quite a few. And one of the things that really made me happy to work with the producer I work with now, Piers Mortimer, who works with Deep Purple and the Jamiroquai band. He understood early on that I didn't want to be pigeonholed in one specific genre. And I remember having a conversation with him, and he got me into the studio, and I was like, okay, Lorenzo, we got to have a conversation. First of all, you came here and you had this track and it was ballad, and now and then you came with something folk, and now you're going punk, and there's this track that is a little bit going like deep down grungy with like, you need to find a groove and work with that. And I was like, look, Piers, this is not the way I want to do it. I want to set free these creations, whatever they are, whatever genre they have, whatever vibe they have. I just want to cultivate them and let them free.
Yeah.
And he understood that. So every time I go into the studio, and I've been into the studio recently, it was like, what next? What
What are we
next?
doing? You tell me.
We even brought him, we worked together on a dance track, and it was like, this doesn't go with anything else you've got. And I'm like, great.
I love it.
It's,
But you know what? You're always going to be Lorenza Wildcard. And that's
you.
what I've been trying to tell people as well, that, you know, I'm obviously like, my voice is an instrument, so I'm not going to sing Pavarotti, Nessun Dorma the same as I sing Hallucinate Dua Lipa, because I'm going to sound like a knob, right? So
Exactly.
I'm going to obviously, but I have the ability to be able to, I can sing Coldplay and I can sing Tina Turner. And so why would I not want to sing some of the best songs or do the best styles or play with the colors and the flavors of music just because you don't want me to put a saxophone on one song?
Exactly.
Like, no, it's,
Think the same.
I'll always be Jaden Cornelius.
Right.
Jaden Cornelius is my brand, and I will sing a nursery rhyme or I'll sing a bloody opera classic, you know, whatever I want, but I'll always be Jaden. And that's what I love that you're doing. And that's where it saddens me that so many people are like, no, I've got to stick with this. And I guess if you want to be friends with Simon Cowell, and then you probably have to
I'm
stick
not
with that.
interested.
Exactly. It's
interested.
like you're being you, mate.
Decided that if I want to do this, I want to do it my way. I'm
Good
not
girl.
interested.
Respect.
I'm not interested in pleasing other people, especially because otherwise I think that you're always going to end up kind of diluting yourself because you're trying to please everybody,
Yeah.
and you can't please everybody. And even if you have a track that works really well and everybody loves, if you try to repeat that formula, then you're never gonna experiment. You're never gonna try something else and figure out if that actually works, if it's better, if it's worse. You've got to, as an artist, I think you've got to set yourself free and go and experiment and allow yourself to make mistakes even. But just as long as you keep on doing something,
Yeah,
keep on
absolutely.
creating and exploring what you're made of. And that means sometimes not succeeding and creating something that isn't quite right may actually give you ideas for other things.
Absolutely. And inspire other people, the story
Yeah.
and everything. I think you should be musical prime minister.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I
I'll
love
look into that.
So what are you doing at the moment? You just said you've been in the studio recently. What's
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
for you right now?
So I have been in the studio and there's new tracks coming out, but I feel like at the moment I can't say too much though, because nothing is set. There will be a single coming out before the end of the year, but I'm not entirely sure when. And yeah, so unfortunately I can't give you too much information.
That's
but
okay. I'm not going to pry.
It's going to be anthemic. That is one thing.
Okay, you've just set yourself
Gonna
up.
make you want to sing along to it. It's fantastic.
Okay, and you've really set this up now. So if people want to know where this is coming out in the future, where will they find you?
They should just follow, like, share, and support.
All over
I'm on
social media, right?
social media platform. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, YouTube. And my music, it's on all the music platforms. So with a name like mine, you're not going to struggle to find it. I've also got a website that has everything on there.
Sweet.
So information about any other gigs, festivals that I'm playing at, merchandise, anything, all the singles, everything is on the website. So www.LorenzaWildcard.com.
I love this. I love this. Future plans, kiddo. What are you doing? What's your immediate and your long-term future plans?
So for the rest of the year, I've got a few festivals coming up. So I'm playing at Evolution Fest, Aloe Screen Fest. I've just played at Retro Dub Fest last weekend. It's really exciting. I've got a few more gigs. Check out the website so you'll be up to date, and if you can make it, come along. I'm also going to be releasing a new single. So I kind of, rather than dropping albums which are really expensive, time consuming, and then it's just a bomb and fizzles out really quickly. And the other thing why I like having singles is because it shows also what I'm going through and the evolution in the music. And it's like reflective of my journey. So I like to drop a lot of singles along the way. I've dropped a few this year already. There's going to be one more coming before the end of the year, and then next year, early next year, I'm going to drop another one, and there's going to be more coming.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, more music, more singles, more gigging, and yeah.
So this is short-term plan. This is kind of coming up. What's like your long-term aims and ambitions?
Oh my goodness, long term. I don't really know. I try to take it a step at a step and see where that goes. 'Cause, like, if you had asked me years ago, like, you know, could you see yourself singing? I would have said definitely not. You banged your head. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
When I started, I didn't really know how it was going to pan out. And now I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm going to keep doing what I love and take it from there.
Amazing.
So the plan is to just be able to bring my music to more people. I love doing festivals. I'd love to do more festival next year. I'm trying to see if I can do like a some European dates. But it all takes, time. Rome wasn't built in a day. So
absolutely. And you'll know that being from Italy. The truth.
Yeah.
Lorenza Wildcard, I love how you talk. I love how you view things. I really, really respect, sister, your authenticity and your love and your joy for what you do. That is, like, for me, that's magic to my ears. That's what it took me probably 20, 25, 27 years to learn, that it was about you and your flow. And I really love that. People at home, oh my God, you obviously bloody love her. So you're not going to be turning off the computer and going and having a cheese sandwich and a cup of tea. You're going to go and get your cheese sandwich and your cup of tea. You're going to bring it back to where you're watching this, and you're going to go and find her all over her social media platforms, which have been running along the bottom of this interview and are on the credits of this video as well. So there's no bloody excuse. Go and find her, go and love her, go and support her, go and share her, go and like her, go and comment. Share it even with your enemies, because I can guarantee they probably won't be your enemy once you've introduced them to Lorenza Wildcard.
Yeah.
It's up there. I tell you, Lorenza, my lovely, it's been a bloody pleasure to meet you. I've just really enjoyed this chat. I hope we stay in touch, because I really want to hear more about what's going on. And anytime you want to come back and give me an update, you just say, Jaden, I'm coming on your show next week, mate. We'll do it.
Amazing. Let's do that.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I wish you all the love and luck and success in the universe.
Thank you so much for having me on your channel, and thanks everybody for watching this.
And remember, 15 years we're doing a jazz duet.
Let's do it earlier. Why 15 years?
12 and a half.
5 years. 5 years.
Okay, people at home, you've heard this. Write it down. This was from her mouth, mate. So within the next 5 years, me and her, we're doing a jazz duet. Okay.
Jazz duet.
You're on. Lorenza Wildcard, you're bloody amazing. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. How amazing is she? I'm definitely a fan now of her as a human as well as an artist. I hope you go and follow her, show us a love and support on her social media platforms, and please go and check out and download her music on her download and streaming platforms as well. I'm going to leave you with another track by Lorenza Wildcard. It's called You and I will see you next Sunday on the Jaden Show with another spectacular guest. Please don't forget to like, please don't forget to share, comment, subscribe. If I didn't mention subscribe, please subscribe and get all your friends to do the same. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Staring at these cards I did not choose, holding on my breath not to go loose. Even in this place so dark and strange, without you by my side, I will never burn it down. You and I, my friend, we'll never be apart, but now I walk alone, cutting my path. say I will always love you. Walk me down the aisle twice, so it hurts more. And because you broke my heart with our goodbyes, your forever was a lie. For a while, you and I, my friend, will never be the same. You were a mask of light. Tell me, was it worth your while to be somebody else? You bought 3 wedding bands in case you had changed, judging all the ones who fell before. Did you hold my hand because you meant it was all an act? Did you ever have me in mind? You and I, my friend, got the tales to tell, not the much at all. Wish you all the best there is, but this is where it ends. If we were to meet again someday, and if you were to think that I looked strong, please don't ever think that that's why